Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform. This is Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information on all activities happening in Biafran territory. Please subscribe to this channel and make sure you turn on your notification because we will be live to notify you on every activities happening in Biafran territory. Today is day 2, of the operation lockdown of every offices in Biafran land. So today is day 2, and the day 1 actually was both a mixture of locking down the government houses and every zoo offices in Biafran land, and also the sit at home. Now, something happened at Irete. I'll play the video, might be flagged by YouTube, so I'll prefer to play the audio so that you will listen to the commander himself talking and also warning some people. Now, people don't understand what it means to sit at home. When you're given an order to sit at home, then you should sit at home. It is for your own good that you sit at home. It is for your own good. It is for your own good. Now, what happened at Irete, where some zoo policemen were quiet, assuming the civilian, especially the girl, I think a girl also was part of the people that that were the collateral damage of that attack. So a female civilian was killed in that attack. Now let's imagine that she listened and respected the order by sitting at home. What happened to her wouldn't have happened. She would have still been someone who is alive today. It is high time that Biafrans start taking these orders seriously. It will not take you anything to sit down. Just leave that thing you want to go for at that point in time and do the needful. Do not forget that what is being done is even for the good of every Biafra. When Biafra comes, everything will be fine. We won't go through the kind of sufferings that we are going through in this contraption called Nigeria. So it is high time that people start taking these sit at home seriously. Today is day 2, and tomorrow is the general sit at home. This is a reminder to the Nigerian government that Onye Domazanam de Kanu wone matter. This is a reminder, to the Nigerian government that they should free the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Onye Domazanam de Kanu. So I want you to listen to this video. Listen to it and hear what the gallant men have to say. And meanwhile, there is a critical issue that is trending currently. I am hearing that another Ifeanyi Ubah is rising. I'm not going to say much about it, but you're going to listen to the whole audio here. Please enjoy and make sure you share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible.
Ebon. 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 Yeah. Mpawu brain. No but start. Imana tata or the beginning of our sit at home.
I swear.
Agbande mmadụ sit at home. Ndị nke apụtakwa izu ndị mmadụ ochi. Ihe Nigeria terrorists. Ebe a na depots. Upon that, onye ndu anyị iwu na tata na iwu na ọnụ ụlọ onye apụtara ezi. Mana ha filo na ha wụ gọọmenti na ha agaghị eme obe. Ọ ụzọala n'isi anụ ụbọchị tata. Life and direct na owure ka nke a mere. Enweghị na-eme lee ya. Ọ eketere ofu tiagasị ọ ya nwa dị ihe lekwe ya. Ọ mere eme life maka onye si na ọ dị eme. Ọ ya nwa. Maka onye na-ekwete anyị ekwetere ya. Onye ndu anyị gbere unu na any police army nọ na Biafra land ọ ka mma na-resign ya. Ọ wụ na-resign my brother, I get isi gị mee ha na-eme. Ihe a case file mmadụ ha bụ. Ha ka na-aga onye nke a na chi atọla ya na-agbụ ihe case file ya. Ụtago onye nwa dị ihe a. Onwe ihe mege mpọ onye nwa dị ihe a n'ụbọchị tata life and direct. Tata ahụ 29 July 2024. Ọ nke ahụ mere life n'Owerri. Life and direct. Ọ n'ime Owerri ka o mere life and direct mpale onye nwa dị ihe. Ma ise onye nwa dị ihe a.
Continue immediately without further hesitation because, of course, time is no longer on our side. Kingsley Isaac, I can see you. You're welcome. Tonex, you are welcome. Chika Emmanuel, you are welcome. Joseph Nako, Michael Eminem, Ayole, you're welcome. That in Finland, I can see you. Chuku Diozo, Abi, Simonson, autopilot, you are welcome. Ozo Chuku, you are welcome. Okay, we have to continue immediately. Please pardon me if I do not mention your name because of time. Of course, keep commenting. Once your comment draws my attention, I will definitely do the needful by bringing it to the screen. If you are joining me right now, this is live presentation. We are live and direct. And like as I always say, Chukwu Okike Abiama bi n'eluigwe is bearing us witness. Once you join me, endeavor to welcome others by doing the needful, of course. Now, without wasting any time, let us begin with this very latest development. Going by the title of this very live presentation, I have written, Another Ifeanyi Ubah Emerges. Another Ifeanyi Ubah has emerged. There's the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Èkpá, and of course, Biafra, as our 4 days lockdown begins with success today. Our 4-day lockdown begins with success. So we are going to mix the two, the two topics. We are going to mix two of them together because the idiot who is now trying to become the next biggest saboteur, who we don't even know before. We didn't know him before. We never knew he has been existing. All of a sudden, boom, he just came. Occupy your office. He will make himself the biggest willing tool of the Fulani oligarchy. So, but we know them. We know how to deal with them. And this one is not going to be exception. I can assure him. Now, the two topics we have at hand, which is another Ifeanyi Ubah emerges, there's Simon Èkpá and Biafra, which is the first topic. And the second topic is our 4 days lockdown begins with success today. So we are going to mix two of them because the same idiot said something that went contrary to the reality on ground. So without wasting any time, let us listen to the Okoko.
The conversation, very important. Let me start with you, Mazi, since you're coming, the passion that you're brought in. Well, you say some things, and I love the passion. But you're talking about the outcome of when the peaceful EndSARS protest was hijacked, and how you couldn't go to the market, go to your business. But in the East currently, they still sit at home on Mondays. Are you also galvanizing this same passion to ensure that this irregularity, is regularized? I don't know what you think about that, what your people think about that, because it's very important. Because if you're saying that you are not able to go to the market, some people, their businesses have been disrupted for months and months. I want to understand what, in terms of advocacy for that is. And then
now, I want you to pay very, very good attention to this. A lot of things happen during this very interview, and we are here to analyze it. We have come here to analyze it properly. Of course, those of you who follow our PM's, X handle, or those of you who usually visit his X handle must have seen this, a clip of video concerning this very development. So this is today. This is not just today, but this evening. So it is current. It's a new video, brand new video. So we are here. I'm going to play the full episode and analyze it bit by bit. And I want you to pay very, very good attention. In fact, if you know the idiot, I will show you his name in a jiffy. If you know the idiot, I want you to tag him. Bring him here. Tell him we have come, we have landed to his office. I want you to tell the Okoko, we have remembered him. He has been gallivanting. He has been running up and down behind the scene for the past 3-4 years, claiming to be the chairman of the president of Ohanaeze Youth Council. But first of all, Ohanaeze has become a defunct organization as far as Biafra land is concerned. If I want to bring it closer to the one they will understand, as far as Alibo is concerned, Ohanaeze has been a defunct organization. It's no longer non-existent. It has been banned by the Biafra government. And it remains banned whether they like it or not. So, as if that is not enough, we have also giving them vote of no confidence. Even before the permanent ban of the Ohanaeze criminals or criminal organization, we had already given them vote of no confidence. So they are irrelevant. And since we passed vote of no confidence on them, they have become useless as defecation. They have become useless as defecation. Even defecation is even more useful because you can use it for manure. You can use it for manure. But these people has become as useless as I don't know because they are irrelevant. I don't know what to compare their uselessness in our label. So remember the question. The question is, because I don't want to take it back, because if I take it back a little bit, you will see where he talked about the proposed or the planned protest or end bad governance protest in Nigeria or hunger protest in Nigeria. So he talked about it, but because I don't want to give credit to that very protest, that planned protest, but I am still using this opportunity to encourage the youths of Nigeria to carry out their protest. Go ahead. In fact, go to Abuja. Make sure that you enter Asorok as you start this protest. I am in support of you. I support you wholeheartedly, 100%. Make sure you don't stop the protest. If you start, don't stop, because the time you stop during the EndSARS, those that were illegally abducted by police and army are still languishing in the various custodies, police custodies and military barracks all across the Zoological Republic. So since then, nobody is fighting for them. And they are hopeless as it stands today. So once you start, do not stop until you get your demand. So I'm encouraging them to carry on their protest, but please make sure that you leave Biafrans out of your protest. We are not involved, as we are not Nigerians. We are Biafrans. Our sole target is freedom. We are not in support of any, not in support. Supporting Nigerian youth to protest is a different thing, but joining Nigerian youth to protest is another thing, and it's a different thing entirely. So we are not in any way joining Nigerian youth to protest. We have been sitting at home for the past 3 years, and we are not stopping anytime soon until our demand is met. That is how you know a determined people. You don't just come on social media to say, yes, protest. If you don't say protest under 2 days, that is not how to do to make a demand and get what you demand for. You don't get your demand, you don't get your reward when you come out in the street to protest. After 2 days, you run to your mother's wrapper and hide yourself in your mother's kitchen. You don't get any reward. Rather, we go into another dimension, another kind of suffering that you never envisaged. So you must continue with your protest, but leave Biafrans out of it. We are Biafrans, and we want freedom, outright freedom from the zoological republic. We are not in support of you. Not in support. We support you, but we are not involved. So go on and do your thing. Now, after the question was asked, this buffoon here, this idiot, about the protest, because he is against the protest, I think I should take it back. Let us start from that. Let us begin with his idiocy, so that you will understand the question, where the question is coming from. But I will allow you to play. I'm going to allow you to play because I don't have time to analyze it. So I will allow you to play concerning the protest, and then we'll start from this same place where we are right now, where the question concerning Biafra was asked to the idiot. Now let's continue.
On the table on reduction of fuel.
Ariasan, let's hear from Mazi.
Thank you.
Mazi Nabuke. Your take.
Thank you. Thank you.
Organize the Youth Council worldwide and the National Publicity Secretary of Nigerian Ethnic Nationality Leaders worldwide.
Let me also let you know, the idiot started with his name is, he said he's Ohaneze Youth Council leader, or Ohaneze President Youth Council, or whatever he called himself. This idiot is the factional leader of Ohaneze Youth Council. Let me make it clear. He is under Okechukwu Isiguzoro. I will do a lot of things this evening. I don't mind how many hours this very broadcast is going to take. But I want to advise you to stay tuned. This idiot, because of his video and who he works with, has necessitated let me bring it down. I don't want to use too much grammar for this. Because of his stupidity and idiocy this evening, I have found it very, very necessary and imperative to visit the activities, the old activities of his principal, who happens to be Okechukwu Isiguzoro. So, I'm going to play some videos from his group, from his gang, starting from their battle against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, their fight against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because there is something, he said something here. So that thing that he said here will now make me bring old videos for us to expose them to the maximum and for Biafrans to see who are the people talking to them. Once you are joining me here, please do not hesitate to welcome others. Very, very important. I have said that I will stop asking our people to share my broadcast. Once I welcome you, don't hesitate to welcome others. We are spreading the gospel. Now let's continue.
Please, first of all, I'm calling on my people.
You can see his name is Mazi Oku Nnabuike. His name is Mazi Oku Nnabuike. And of course, he doubled as the National Publicity Secretary of NENYLCW. This name is what they call, they say it is National Youth, whatever nonsense. They call themselves national youth leaders. That is what they call themselves. So, but at the same time, he doubles as the President General of Ohaneze Youth Council, not the Ohaneze of Iwanyangu and the Isigu, and Ibayaka. There's another Ohaneze Youth President known as Ibayaka. I think I have his picture here. So you all know this dude, right? You all know this guy. He's among the criminal element we have, who usually like to, paint himself as white and gold. He never want to show anybody that he is one of them, but he's one of them actually. So this one now you are seeing on your screen is called Ibayaka. He is also the President General of Ohaneze Youth Council under the side of Iwanyangus Ohaneze. You can see sometimes he followed our media, our lawyers, especially Barisalo Ejimako. And even before Barisalo Ejimako, he was following, they planted him. The DOS planted him under Madubugu. They used to go to the court whenever our leader was coming to court. So because he was planted by the DOS, he's never one of us. He is not one of us. He is a one Nigerianist, and that's why we can never work with this type of person or this type of people. Now, this is the another Ohaneze Youth Council president, the defunct Ohaneze. Remember that. Now, this one now on your screen, parading himself as the President General of Ohaneze Youth Council, is the one working with Okechukwu Isiguzoro, which I'll be playing his video in a jiffy. So let's continue.
Well, and mostly the youths that are under my constituency to stay away from the protests. We'll be victim of the last NSAS protests. It was nothing to write home about. So we can't fold our hands and watch the same scenario take place again. The youths are the victim. And by me looking at the way and the mood and the utterances and body language of the organizers, the faceless organizers, we cannot encourage our youths, Nigerian youths, to join. Because one journalist called me yesterday and was asking me, what do you think that may be the outcome of the protest? I said, the outcome, as always, the atmosphere is not conducive because around some countries in Africa, there were protests. And some people are trying to copy those things that were happening maybe somewhere in Kenya or other, to bring it here so that they can shut our nation down. They can set the country ablaze. That we as critical stakeholders who cannot join to do that. We can't push it because we were not consulted. As the apex ethnic youth organization in Nigeria, we should be consulted. We should sit down and talk and dialogue. Go to President Ahmed Buhari.
Who made this idiot a president general or secretary? How did he become a secretary general or whatever they call him? It's already an insult that you are protecting an illegitimate government of Tinubu and Tinubu himself, yet you cannot pronounce his name properly at the word go. Even though you correct yourself later, you can't mispronounce the name of your president. It is in fact, it's not just a crime, it is a treason. Although I'm just exaggerating. But how do you explain mispronouncing the name of your president in a national television. How do you explain that? Like, seriously? I said I'm not going to analyze this part of protest of a thing because this is not what I want to do this evening. But let me play that part again. I want Tinubu himself, that this idiot is protecting, to listen. If you know you are working for Tinubu, you are his, you know, you are one of his, how do they call it? How do they call the cabinet? If you are one of his cabinet and you are watching this very live broadcast this moment, I want you to draw the attention of your principal to make sure that this Sabo on your screen never in any way see his way to Asorok, because that is what he's fighting for. The idiot is clearing his way to Asorok. Any Igbo man you see talking against Biafra, speaking against the freedom of our people, is either he has already started making us dry, is either he has already opened his way to Asorok and he's already there.
Talk and dialogue. Go to President Ahmed Buhari. And talk and dialogue. Go to President Ahmed Buhari. President Bola Tinubu is a listening president. He watches, he cares. So this is just 1 year in office. It's a nascent government. Just 1 year in office. All these brouhaha are not supposed to come there. We should give the government a chance. We're not holding brief for them, but on national interests. Because if you march on, there are many hoodlums everywhere. That is hunger. So somebody can even attack the police having AK-47. Some of them can come to attack a soldier having AK-47. And in the defense, in defense of himself, attack a soldier. Somebody can even attack the police having AK-47. Some of them can come to attack a soldier having AK-47. And in defense of himself, he might pull the trigger. What you There are many hoodlums of everywhere. That is hunger. So somebody can even attack the police having AK-47. Some of them can come to attack a soldier having AK-47. And in defense of himself, he might pull the trigger. The next thing you will hear is that the same thing that happened during the NSAS has happened again. They will mess every place up. Demolish properties, government properties. During the NSAS, for 1 month, we couldn't go to bank in Enugu. There was no ATM, there was no bank.
Probably
nowhere to get money.
Said,
everywhere
the unity
was
of Nigeria is non-negotiable. That clearly indicates that it's not going to relent in its push to silence any voice of dissenting as far as that position is concerned. So which way forward to heal the divide between or amongst the Nigerians, especially on Biafra crisis?
I think the best thing is to ask them what they want. I remember one time Professor Wole Soyinka said, if we can continue fighting Biafrans for such a long time, it's not long before we go to war, which is actually happening right now. Why don't we ask them what they want? And for sure they have voiced and have said it, that they want.
During the NSAS, for 1 month, we couldn't go to bank in Enugu. There was no ATM, there was no bank, nowhere to get money.